Oh, sorry about that. I always keep a cup on top of my web camera just because I'm paranoid about Big Brother, so enough said about that. Um, yeah. Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2. And I'm back again with another series review. I just recently watched what I feel was one of the most heart-rending episodes, and it's another two-parter, like the Zygon invasion, Zygon inversion, and I hadn't actually known about this before because I had read the blogs, which I should not have done because it spoiled it for me, but I just had a feeling that a certain character wouldn't be with us forever, and just the interaction in knowing, well, the whole axiom was death comes to us all, and even someone like Clara, it was called Face the Raven, and of course we know the Native American legend about the crow or the raven, and the raven is actually supposed to take the souls of the dead to the realm of the underworld. And of course, if you've seen The Crow, then you know that if that spirit were a vengeful spirit, the crow actually will take upon the corporeal form of an actual person and exact revenge, which is why I like this series so much. It's kind of like vigilante justice and a little bit of the supernatural thrown in, and of course I'm a huge fan of that, as you will know, and just the different versions of the crow, and of course this mythology thrown in there, and seeing Arya Stark again and having her character back. And I don't know if she went by Lady Me or not, but when the doctor got peeved, I thought, ooh, yeah, you better step off, sister. He's not happy. But what he said is so true. I love the quote where he said, you'll find that the universe can be a very small place when I'm angry. I thought, pay attention to him, because he speaks truth, and you don't want to make him angry. You would like him when he's angry. Yeah, he will do something that you will definitely rue the day you were born. Because he could barely just wipe you out of existence if he wanted to. He has that ability. Or maybe, I don't know, actually, if, I guess someone who has control over space and time would have that potentiality within them. That's a lot of burden to carry on one's shoulders, I do believe. This episode was just another one of those that just, when you're just sitting there and you feel the tears coming down your cheek and you can't stop. And it's just something that evokes great emotion, and I think in anybody. This episode was absolutely tremendous, and it also kind of had that feeling of a crime novel come to life, like The Unicorn and the Wasp, which I really enjoyed that episode. It had that same feeling, but it was different in a way that it kind of evoked this alternate reality trap street theory, and I thought, yeah, you could go into ley lines with that, which I love. I believe in ley lines, and we all know that ley lines exist. Anybody else's theories on that? Please enlighten me, because I really want to know. I've read a book on it, and it was absolutely fascinating. It just, you wonder if Tesla was right about that, and other people who have studied this, and you could use that energy and it would never run out. You would always have it. Of course, Big Oil would be very upset. There would be wars fought and maybe Armageddon, but there's a reason why these things don't occur, because of corporate greed and some other unsavory qualities of humanity. But I've spoken of that. But there's also good. And this is another instance of what I like to speak of in particular programming for all ages. It's speaking about something that we don't necessarily enjoy talking about, like violence. This one speaks not about violence itself, but about... I'll come down in a minute! Okay? Okay, I'll be right there. No, I'll take it back upstairs. I told you I would. I'll be right there. Okay. Anyway, let me make this really fast because we got company coming back. I really am kind of irritated by him, and that's why I'm up here sequestering myself to be, as far away from him as I can possibly be. But he's more to be censored than he is to be pitied. I'm not going to go into that. Anyways, let's see. This episode talked about death and the possibility, well, not the possibility, but the probability of death is very likely with all of us because we're mortal beings. But I think it did it in such a way that it's not something to be feared. And she actually, spoiler, sorry, Clara actually stepped up and she was courageous and she faced the Raven, like the episode says. And I'm wondering what they're going to be doing with the series from this point on. It'll be intriguing to see where this journey will take us as Whovians who watch no matter what, even though some of the episodes have been kind of lackluster this particular season. I mean, most of the episodes have been good, granted. This was one of my favorites. The first, like I said, the very first two-part was absolutely extraordinary. It was phenomenal. It was my favorite of the start of the year. The Zygon invasion was also another one I really enjoyed. But this one also was really quite extraordinary and exemplary and just remarkable in the way it was written. And of course, it's a two-parter, so I'm very curious as to see how they will wrap up any loose ends. So there's still a lot of questions. And of course, it answered a lot of questions for me too. But I'm still very inquisitive about Lady Me, as well as I thought, oh, that's why she's there, and all this, that, and the other. But it's basically all I'm gonna have to report for now because I'm really busy at the moment, and I'm so sorry because it's holiday time. So what do? Latest.